Welcome to South Korea! Yay! So we have been biometrically scanned for identification twice now. Once getting into Japan and once into Korea. It's kind of fun actually, just like fingerprints and face pictures, stuff like that. We had a rocking landing. We were listening to Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and bouncing off the runway good 4 or 5 times. But we're here, yay! Okay, so the toilets here come with an instruction sheet. And we are in Korea on the ground and already lost. We're gonna try to get to the church because it's the only address I've got. But I'm not entirely sure how to do that. The instructions are on my camera, so I have to stop recording to figure it out. But oh look, there's little thingies. Okay, here we go. Adventure again. This is cool. They've got lots of moving walks. This is fun. So we are going on the purple line, which is number 5, to the orange line, which is number 3, which we're going on for 1 stop, and then we're getting off, and there should be a giant church. Apparently the one I'm going to is very famous here, so I should be able to find it. I hope. Yay! So they have very informational little videos on the subways that tell you like how to sit and how to walk on escalators and where to respect the priority, or how to respect the priority seating, and where to ride your bike and where not to ride your bike, and that you should ride your bike, and what to do in case of a toxic gas leak on the train or a fire on the train. They also encourage shoveling. It's very interesting. Okay, line 3. Wrong way. You know, there's a 50-50 chance. You'd think I'd get it right like 50% of the time instead of not. Yeah. Oh, there are little songs here too for approaching trains and when you're approaching a station that has a transfer on it. Good to know. Okay, wow. So I was just applauded on the train, which was very interesting. Apparently I'm pretty. And then I got off the train and I looked at the map and I found the church. It's actually on the map. So I was like, yay! And then this stranger showed up and was like, oh, I'm going that way. I'll just walk you until you're about a block away from the church. And I was like, okay. So I followed him. And now I have to walk 1 block and there should be the church. I hope. Here we go. Big tall buildings. This is officially the 2nd time in my life that someone has said, walk straight, and I've gotten lost. Oh boy. They're not even a pair. Okay, so apparently I was supposed to take a right somewhere, but now I have to go take a left because I missed it. Yep. Okay, I found it. Look, if I zoom in a lot, I'm standing in the middle of the road. There it is. I just have to get there now, which I can't do this way because it's a dead end. Okay, how exactly I walked past that without seeing it, I'm not entirely sure. There it is. Okay, this place is like huge, like tall, but then also that's part of it, and there's more of it over here. Like, this poor lady's gonna think I'm following her. Like, it's huge. It's an enormous church. Okay, now I just have to find a way in. Maybe a door. So apparently this building was built in 1949 on the 8th month, 15th day, I think. But I was just informed by a very friendly lady that it is an unlucky day for me because it's Monday, which means the church is closed. I don't actually have another address in Korea. So I'm gonna go find a coffee shop because I'm hungry and sit down and look over. I might have an address for the people I met in Japan that are from Korea, and maybe I can email them. And maybe I can email my stateside Korean contact and see if I can get the Korean side of that address. Okay, here we go. thank you Google. So I found a hostel that I wanted to stay at, and it just says, walk there. Really? Okay, so we are off and on our way to the hostel that I found. Hopefully I can get a room for tonight, although online you can't book rooms for tonight. And yeah, so I'm gonna go find it, and then we're gonna hang out, and I'm beginning to settle, and I actually really like this country a lot. It's really cool. This is gonna be a fun month too. Alright, talk to you soon. That's the banner of the church that I will be staying at. And there are churches everywhere here. Like, there's another one over there, and there's one on the street back there. There's like churches on every corner in this place. Anyway, see if we can find that hostel. Yeah, so dude, there's a thing. I'm not sure what that thing is, but it blinks. So it's me, I got lost, and I was supposed to take line 4, but I'm also supposed to transfer to line 4. So I'm a little confused, but we're gonna wing it and hope it works. Okay, so this is not working. The guy in the subway just told me that it is impossible for me to have walked from where I was to where I was, like from the coffee shop to the station I was in the amount of time it took me to do that. Which means I don't know where I started from, so I'm gonna go back there to where the internet is and try again. Also, he is saying from where I am to where the hostel is too far. Like, very much too far. So I may need to find a new hostel. It's also getting late, which means there are no more vacancies. You can't just walk into a hostel and get a room for the night. So that could also be a problem. So let's try one more time. Okay, I am back where I started. I am in the restroom because there's not as many people and it's quieter and there's good light because it's dark outside now. So it looks like it's going to be a long night. I'm going to try again to find a hostel, but I'm going to wrap up my video for today and tell you all what happens tomorrow. So, who is God today? This long and fateful day. He's the same. He's the same because it doesn't matter if I don't have somewhere to stay tonight, and it doesn't matter if I was at the wrong airport, because God doesn't change just because my situation does. So he is just as amazing and wonderful as he has been, and he is just as with me, and he is just as caring, even though I am stuck in South Korea with no contacts or place to sleep. Actually, there's a 24-hour cafe around the corner that I think I might go into, and just hang out there instead. So, we'll see. And I might still find a hostel, so we're gonna keep looking. Alright, I will see you in the morning. Mom, don't worry, it's okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, sorry about that, moment of hopelessness there for a second. There's a hotel right next to me right now. It's like a minute away, and I'm gonna go see if I can get a room there, I think. Hopefully I can. And if not, I can stay in a 24-hour coffee shop. That's not a bad thing. And I'm sure as soon as I get to church, when there's somebody there, I can find somewhere to stay. So it's not a big deal. I'll wait until the morning to post. I won't do that to my mom. I'll figure out what happens and then I'll tell her. So Cyndi Lauper strikes again. I just heard like a slow jazz rendition of Girls Just Wanna Have Fun in the coffee shop. That was interesting. Actually, it was really nice. I liked it. I've also noticed that there's like a ton of nuns around. Anyway, okay. checking out the hotel. Okay, that wasn't a hotel, that was a hospital. But the hospital told me that there's a hotel this way, 40 meters. How long does a meter? Yeah. That's so pretty. Yeah, okay. So there's no room. I don't think I could afford a room here anyway, but they gave me another place to try. Here we go. It's like a Christmas tree. That's what we're trying next. So some escalators start moving when you approach them. They're so cool. Okay, so that one had a room, but they were asking for a lot of money for that room because it's a very nice place. But I can't afford it, so she's sending me to a cheaper place. Yay! Okay, let's go see if they have a room. Yeah, so there's a market, and apparently some places don't close in it. It's interesting. I'll have to come back here in the morning time when things are open. That crazy tree thing. Okay, so really not finding a hotel that is anywhere near my budget. So next option is to find a 24-hour cafe, because it would be cheaper to buy coffee all night than just sleep in one of these hotels for a few hours. Unfortunately, the problem is things aren't saying how long they're open. But that doesn't mean something won't. So we're gonna keep walking because there's really no reason not to. Hey, I'm getting a lay of the land. That's nice.